Hi, and welcome to the second part of creating exterior environments inside Maya. In the second part, we'll continue modeling the scene as we left off from the first part. Then we'll continue on to preparing and UVing the models themselves. Now I'm continuing where we left off from the last part of the tutorial. So now I'm just going to check around the scene and first start from the window blinds. Just finish them off. Just going to expect them quickly. So this seems fine, but those two, the left and the right, which form a group, the pivot point is still a little bit off. So I'm going just to center it on the top left bottom corner. Just going to snap it into place on the window. I'm going to hit Ctrl and D to duplicate the window blinds group. And firstly position them onto the other top window. Make sure it fits correctly. It looks that it does, so I'm going to duplicate it again, Ctrl and D. Now I need to turn it 90 degrees and it snaps precisely into place. So in this part we're going to finish the modeling for the whole environment. So we need just to create some props like benches, trash bins, and other kinds of stuff that will populate the environment, make it look better. Now I'm continuing inspecting the window blinds, and the pivot point on the left one seems a little bit off. So now I'm just going to isolate, select, and just move the pivot point to the opposite side and just snap it. Just hold V and you can drag the transformer to snap to the exact position. I'm doing the same with the right window blind. Now I'm just going to rotate the left window blind just to fit the composition a little bit better. I'm going to start modeling the bench now. I'm going to start from a curve, so I'm going to create CV curve 2 and in top view I'm going to create the profile of the leg of the bench. So I'm starting from the bottom, and in the corner I'll create 3 support points that will give us a nice round corner. And the profile of the bench will be like an old style bench with a lot of curves. All of the models I'm doing now here are from reference, so if you type in Google old-fashioned bench, you see many examples of the thing we're trying to achieve here. Or if you just go to Wikipedia and just type bench, you see many different examples of various kinds of benches. So now I'm just continuing expanding the curve at its top part. I'm trying to position the curve's vertices exactly almost as the same position as those on the left side, so I have nice similar curves. Just continuing doing the same almost mirror-like effect to the curve. And I'm not going to close the curve, just going to leave a little bit space, because we're going to extrude from a polygon object. I'm going back to the perspective view, and when the curve selected, I'm just going to center the pivot point. And now I need just to turn the curve 90 degrees on the x-axis. Just bring it up a little bit so we can see the whole curve. obviously I've rotated it 90 degrees in the wrong direction, so yeah, 90 degrees on the x-axis will be the right one. So I'm just going to create a polygon cube just right next to the curve. From this cube we're going to extrude the whole leg of the bench. So just select the face of the curve, select the curve, and just go to edit mesh, and we select extrude. We can, if we reset the settings, you can see the divisions. We can put them to 35, and we can just hit extrude, and this will extrude the polygon object along the curve. So if we go to edit, delete by tab, delete history, this will delete the history on the polygon object. So now we can move it independently from the build curves. I'm just going to bring a little bit more mass to the left corner, because it's a little bit too thin now. Delete both end caps of the curve and select both edge loops at the end. We can go to edit and bridge. If we reset the settings and bring the divisions to 1, we can hit bridge, and this will do, as it says, bridge the two ends together. Now just fixing the curve, so they're on the fixing the edges so they're on the same level. You can select the edge and several edges and just specify where their pivot point is by coding D. This will give us a better way of snapping to other polygons those edges. Now doing the same thing as I did on the left side, bringing a little bit more thickness to the right edge, to the right curve. Now I'm just going to smooth it by hitting the number 3 key on the keyboard, and just going to add some support loops. So I'm just going to insert edge loop tool, and at the end adding loop so it can support the geometry, the smoothing geometry, and doesn't look like a soft blob that we've just created. And this way we have a nice specular highlight at the edges. Further down we will just probably disable it. So I'm just hitting Shift Alt and D just to delete the history, not going through the co-edit delete by tab history. It's a nice little shortcut. And now I'm going to create the back supports of the bench. So I need the same profile. So I'm just going to delete some points of the curve. We will use the same curve that we created this leg of the bench, but we'll modify it. So I deleted the part we don't need, and just extend the curve itself. So taking the both hand points and just extending them out. Also, those 2 points won't be enough, so we can go to surfaces, edit curves, and we can reverse the curve direction. So this way we can go to again edit curves, we can add point 2, this way we can extend the curve a little bit more and add some extra points. Now that's done. We need to fix, obviously when we work in the side view or in the front view, we need to fix the points position of the curve. Just select the point, hold V and move the transform tool, and this will snap the control vertex right next to the other ones. So let's create another polygon cube. So take the polygon cube and place it right next to the base of the curve.